All right, Kobold Press Project Black Flag playtest packet number 2 is out. We're going to take a look through it. It is a bit beefier than playtest packet number 1. It is 19 pages. They've added the luck, their new spell conversion chart to go from 5e to their system. A couple of class changes with like the fighter and the wizard. So let's look through it. So it is 19 pages. We're not going to go through every single piece because we would be here forever. So we're going to start at luck because it is first. Read through it. I'll give you my opinions on it, and then we'll move on. So luck. Every character has a special resource called luck, which can be used to influence the result of an ability check, attack roll, or save that you make. So this is their version of inspiration. To spend luck points, a PC with luck points can spend them as a 1-for-1 bonus to any d20 roll they make. For example, if you have 4 luck points and roll a 13 on the die, you could choose to spend 2 luck points, increasing it to a 15. You can choose to spend your luck points in this way after you make a roll, but before the GM decides or declares whether the roll succeeded or failed. Luck points can't be spent in this way to offset the effects of rolling a nat 1, and also can't become a nat 20, obviously, because those are natties. Alternatively, immediately after you make an attack roll, ability check or save, you can spend 3 luck points to reroll a d20 used for that roll. Again, you can choose to spend luck points in this way after you make a roll, but before the GM says whether you failed or succeeded. So where it gets kind of different is gaining, managing, losing. It's kind of interesting. So when you first create your character, you start with 0 luck points. It's my life, bro. Over the course of your adventures, you gain luck points in the following ways. Once per turn, when you fail an attack roll or a save, you gain 1 luck point. The GM can choose to award 1 luck point to the character, typically as a reward for coming up with a clever idea, doing excellent role play, etc., giving you inspiration, basically. And then luck points can be awarded to the party for surviving difficult encounters or achieving story goals set by the GM. So this kind of doubles as like a quest reward kind of thing. When you fail an attack roll, though, as somebody who fails a lot of attack rolls, I feel like that might be a little too OP. Because, I mean, not OP, but just I'll just fail 3 in a row, and then I'll basically get an advantage. Or use it for my saves. I don't know. I just feel like whenever you fail an attack roll, that seems often. For me, maybe that's just me. Losing luck points. Okay, so this is how they balance it. So a character can only have a maximum of 5 luck points at a time. Okay, that makes a little bit of sense. If a character has 5 luck points and would gain a 6th point, they must immediately roll a d4 and reset their luck points to the die result. So the cap on luck points is meant to encourage players to regularly spend their luck instead of holding on to it. Make sure to use it often so you don't risk losing it. So I understand what they're trying to do here. I get it. I know around my table, we've all heard stories. Oh, I had inspiration that whole time. I could have, it's very easy to forget that you have inspiration. I can see that they're trying to make it more relevant, but at the same time, this kind of adds a little bit more. It's just annoying to keep track of stuff, This is why we don't keep track of arrows typically, because we don't want to keep, oh, I found an arrow. Oh, I used an arrow. Oh, I used another arrow. Oh, yeah, I found an arrow. It's kind of what it's going to be like with luck points. And then, oh, shit, that's my 6th one. I guess I better roll a d4. But again, this is the playtest, so I think it will be tweaked a little bit. But I just think it's odd that you can't fight, but so then you get lucky. I understand the mechanic, just role play wise. I missed. Oh, but I'm feeling lucky now. If I had to give this a rating, let's say like 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, I would give this like a 5. I think it's kind of could go either way, but eh, we'll see how it works out. Well, we'll have to actually use it, I think. But just looking at it like this, I don't know. Just seems like another annoying thing to keep track of. Um, Once you get to 6, I don't know. So that's luck points. So now going over the character classes, so they've added some changes. They have the fighter and the wizard here. So some of the key changes I saw when I was kind of scrolling through this were the ability points and talents. They've also added, some new features. So like last stand on the fighter. When you take damage, that would reduce your HP to an amount less than half your hit point maximum rounded down. You can use your reaction to expend one or more of your hit dice up to a number equal to your PB. Immediately roll an expended hit dice. You regain HP equal to the total sum of all dice rolled plus your con modifier. And then you have to use a long rest. So they've added some new stuff. They still have action surge, obvious. They still have multi-attack, but they've just kind of tweaked. This is very much a homebrew, but let's check it out. So, level 1 fighter, you get to choose. You get aim, which is when you're wielding a ranged weapon as a bonus action, you take the time to increase the effectiveness of your next ranged attack. When you use aim, select one target you can see. If you make a ranged weapon attack against that target before the end of your turn, you double your PB proficiency bonus for the first attack roll. So I kind of like this. I like that they've made it more, because a fighter can do so much. I like that they've made it so you can kind of specialize a little bit more without going into a subclass. This is all just base fighter stuff. Let's see here. Action surge, discipline, improvement. Here we go. So 4th and 8th level. When you reach 4th level and again at 8th level, you increase one ability score by your choice by 1 and choose a talent for which you meet the prerequisites from the martial talent list. So this is something I think will maybe divide players. I can see a lot of people be like, nah, we're just going to do the 2 ASI or a talent. 1 ASI and a talent. I mean, I kind of feel like 1 ASI, I don't know. It obviously could mathematically make a difference, but getting 2 just really rounded out level 4, I feel like. Or if you wanted to go with that feat, getting 1 and 1, I don't know. It feels kind of like too much, maybe. So I think a lot of tables may stick to the 2 or feat or talent. Okay, so they have a spell blade progression for the fighter, arcane spell casting. So this is like they called it something else. It wasn't a subclass, I don't believe. Oh, it was a subclass. Okay. So they still do call it subclasses. All right, so let's check out the wizard real quick. I just saw it down here. So they have the subclass here for the fighter. So wizard's a little bit different. So they have some new features. The spell book is different, and where they have the battle mage, which is actually really cool. That's something I always kind of felt like was missing. So where is the... Okay, then they put talents. Okay, so let's go through the talents real quick. So talents represent the specific ways an adventurer has improved over the course of their adventures. Talents are divided into 3 categories. So you have your magic, your martial, and your technical. And you get a pick depending on your background and stuff. So magic talents, martial talents, okay. Technical talents is like role play and stuff. So touch of luck, you have cultivated a knack for making the best of a bad situation, and fortune's favor always makes its way back to you. You gain the following benefits: Whenever you gain a luck point as a result of failing an attack roll or save, you instead gain 2 luck points. If you have 5 luck points and would gain a 6th point, your luck point total resets to a D4 plus 1. I'll tell you what, the way I play, I would be using that touch of luck easily because this guy would be getting 2 luck points every single turn. I don't mean to brag, but I would. That's why I'm all-time GM. All right, spell casting. This is where it gets kind of a little different. So, potent energies permeate the universe. Magic is the intentional manipulation of those energies to change reality. Those with the ability to harness these energies are called spellcasters. What? And spellcasters are categorized into groups based on the source from which they draw their power. Regardless of sources, the laws that rule these reality-shaping effects called spells are the same. This section outlines the rules of spellcasting and includes a selection of spells most commonly seen throughout the labyrinth. So the arcane circle, circles of magic, we touched upon in one of the last videos. So conversion, this is the big thing. When converting standard 5th edition spells into the circles of magic, here are qualities that may indicate a spell belongs in the arcane circle. The spell detects, suppresses, ends, or otherwise interacts with mechanical aspects of spellcasting. The spell harnesses elemental energy, and the spell interacts with the 5 senses, whether to fool them or to extend their capabilities. So you have the different circles, right? Arcane circle, divine circle, weird circle, primordial circle. And then each one of 5e spells will be categorized into one of those 4 types. The spell rings. Every spell is categorized into a ring that is labeled from 1st to 9th, so this is their spell levels. A spell's ring indicates both the energy required to fuel the spell and the measure of the effect it has on reality. Like the trunk of a tree, the rings of magic encircle one another. A novice spellcaster starts at the center of the tree. Oh, they start at the center. A novice spellcaster starts at the center of the circle with access to only 1st ring. But as they grow in ability, their powers expand outward toward the circle's edge, giving access to more rings. The further a ring is from the center, the higher level a spellcaster must be to use that ring spells. Each class provides a table of what level you must be before you gain access to the new spell ring. So I feel like it's the same thing. They just changed. They just made it into it's like a circle. It's like a circle. There's no squares with pointy corners. Just circle. They just changed the way that they describe it. So that's all right. Spell slots. While a caster can know many spells and prepare a specific number of them, these abilities are useless unless the caster has the energy to fuel them. Spell slots are an abstraction. So yeah, that's the same thing. All the same schools of magic: necromancy, illusion, evocation, enchantment, divination, conjuration, abjuration, all the Asians. Cantrips, rituals, reaction, casting and armor, casting time, area effects. So they have the cones, the cubes, the cylinders, lines, spheres, all of that. They still have verbal somatic material because this is just an extension of 5e. And then they have a little spell list here at the end of the packet. So you can see these aren't 3rd level spells anymore. These are 3rd ring. So arcane circle rituals. The following rituals are available to casters that draw power from the arcane circle. I mean, this all just kind of feels the same. They have magic missile, mage armor, communicating with your familiar. So really the only difference in spellcasting is just putting them into those 4 categories: primordial, arcane, blah 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 blah. So not a whole lot of changes with spells. I was kind of hoping, because when I was scrolling through this, I saw first through ninth ring. I was kind of expecting maybe I don't know, they did something else besides just rename level with ring. it's And I don't think anybody's gonna say that, are they? They're gonna say it's a first level spell. They're not gonna be like, it's a second ring spell. I don't think that's gonna. I don't know. That's just me. I don't think that's gonna catch on. People are gonna say second level. I understand, they're trying to do their own thing a little bit, but I don't think that's the way to do it. So aside from that, the spell casting, I do like the new changes with the classes, a little bit more, a little bit different features and stuff. That's interesting. But overall, I just don't think I'm sold yet. The luck system, I can see what they're trying to do. Not really my thing. I think it's just another annoying thing to keep track of. I do like the new class features. That's neat. Sticking with the subclasses, I like that. The spellcasting stuff, it's just reworded and then adding those 4 categories. Yeah, still kind of waiting. I feel like I want to like this. I want to be like, hey guys, this is the best thing ever. I'm super excited for Kobold Press. It's just, I don't know, keeping everything so it's backwards compatible with 5e while also trying to differentiate yourself from 5e. That's a tricky game to play, and I feel like they're walking the line. They're doing it. It's just we're all kind of hoping for something fresher. If you are still, you want to play 5e, but you don't want to give in to WotC, this is where you want to do it. This is exactly what you want. And so that may be a majority of players. If you are in that smaller group that's like looking for something completely new, you don't want to, play 5e, you don't want to continue with WotC, and this doesn't seem like different enough for you, definitely check out our game, Forsaken Heroes. You can go to the link down below to our website, astraldoorgaming.com. Sign up for the newsletter. We're doing a playtest at the end of the month, and it's an actual playtest. It's basically a one-shot. So you're going to get a packet with some pre-generated characters, how our new spellcasting action economy system works, all that stuff, and you're just going to play through a one-shot. There's going to be enough information there for you to get through. Obviously, not everything's going to be done, but you'll have a good basis to run a basic little adventure. So link for that's down in the description below. Remember to like and subscribe, and let me know what you think about this playtest packet number 2. Is it something that interests you? Are you kind of losing hope, or is your faith kind of going away? So let me know down in the comments below. Until next time, friends, have a good weekend.